कर रही है ना, थोड़ी स्क्रिप्ट भी बता देना यार, मतलब आई डोंट नो हाउ टू से वेरी वेरी गुड थिंग्स। तुम लोग आपस में बात करो, मुझे भी बता दो क्या कर रहे हैं। शी इज स्टिल रोलिंग हिज शिट, सो इट बिगिंस। I think Tarun is a very small cog in the wheel. But you know, interesting part, I once thought, you know, when we were starting Policybazaar, I used to think, you know, हम लोग कुछ बना देंगे Policybazaar को, Policybazaar कुछ बन जाएगा and all that jazz. But 15 years hence, I can say that Policybazaar turned me into something. So I'm very thankful. So I would say that, you know, there is no one word that can define the large journey, right? It's a long journey. I think Policybazaar gave me, you know, like too much, like alag roles, a lot of time to learn. I knew nothing, right? College was also ठीक से हुआ नहीं था. Didn't do an MBA, so broadly I had to learn on the job. And one thing I realized is that, you know, copying is a brilliant thing, right? I think Microsoft just killed it by getting copy paste. So you just copy what the people you think are really good. थोड़ा सा copy करो, थोड़ा paste करो, थोड़ा copy करो, paste करो. I think the journey at Policybazaar has been learning from the best and whoever you think is the best, and then implementing it here. और थोड़ा तड़का लगाते, right? When you जब एक project copy करते हो, तुम क्या करते हो, right? नाम change करते हो, color change करते हो, basic structure वही है, but ये सोचते हैं ना कि तुम लाना तुम्हें टॉपर से. I think that's my answer of the journey at Policybazaar. You know, the first day at Policybazaar, or the first few days at Policybazaar, because it's quite intermeshed. There wasn't one day they say आज हमने नारियल फोड़ दिया. I think what we were supposed to do was we had this massive server, right? We were a tech company. We had this massive 400 kilo server. We bought it, but we didn't have any staff or any such bhaiya log to kind of carry it from one place to the other. So it was us founders. We got it out from a basement, about 20 stories, 20 steps rather, not 20 stories. And we had to put it on top of a big marutta. Have you seen those maruttas which have like, cut wala? We put it on top. We didn't have somebody to hold them in place, so we actually held on to that server in the chill of winters and carried it from one place to the other. I swear it was almost like, you know, I think one of the Fajis feel with this big bandook. We had this, you know, 400 kilo blade server which we were carrying, and then we had to carry it down. One of us actually almost lost their foot because, you know, raat ho gayi thi. He came back after a few, and he wanted to put his foot to kind of hold the server in there, right? And we carried it all the way down, installed it in the server room. Now we were supposed to get the website back up in the morning, and you know, we had this really sweet tech guy who sat there and said no, and we couldn't get the server up. He's like, "रुक जाओ, मैं सोच के बताता हूँ क्या करना है." And I said, "Let me think. I know how to do this." And he sat there, you know, in almost grim silence, and then he goes, and then I don't know if it's right to say it in public. We gave him one whack at the back. And he got it up in seconds, right? I think that's one story I remember from starting Policybazaar. I think the one really good piece of advice is किसी की सुनना मत, मेरी भी मत सुनना. Advice मत देना. Come do whatever you're good at. You've been thrown at the deep end of a swimming pool. If you come out of it, you're probably sitting at the precipice of your career. Enjoy it while you can, but remain fun. Whatever suits you in your work-life balance, do that. Enjoy yourself. If you don't enjoy yourself, it can be very, very tough. But if you do, I think you'll do very well. I think choosing one role over the other is like choosing one kid over the other if you're a parent of multiple kids, right? And even if you have decided, you can't really say it. But I think, you know, every little role has taught me a lot. It taught me that, you know, you can only mess up so much, and after that either you move out or you improve it. And I think that's been the mantra, if you would. You know, you keep progressing, you keep learning, you keep doing one thing after the other. Hope like hell that you don't mess up even more. And even if you do, just, you know, make sure कि इसको पता ना चले. I think that's been my way. Balance is for losers. Okay, you either live in extremes or you don't. So from my perspective, when I'm at work, I'm totally at work. I'm only involved in what is happening. I forget I have a wife or kids and all that jazz that I carry. But when I'm home or when I'm on vacation, I forget that I have a boss at work, or, you know, he's going to say something, etc., etc. Don't tell him I said that. This is public. Shit. Any which ways, right? So you deliver in these extremes, right? Because if you at work are going to have something, you know, something to remember, or, you know, you want to remember your kids' homeworks, etc., etc., फिर आपसे काम नहीं होगा. Similarly, if you're at work and if you're at home and you're thinking what you have to do at work, it's going to spoil everything. I'm not so stuck up on one thing or the other that I can't stand or I can stand. I think as long as you have integrity and loyalty, it just works out. I don't want to go into the negatives. This question was planted because somebody knew that my wife bakes, right? So I'm going to play this very, very politically correct. I like every flavor she bakes, right? Finger licking good. Before I had good friends, I thought it was 6 on 10. After I made good friends, I realized it's about 1 on 10. Oh, this is a public show, right? So but I guess I love reading, so I read my book at night before I go to sleep. I have the money. I'm your father. You listen to me. I listen to your mother, but that's about it. I think I got really crap advice in the beginning, and I had to find my own way. But I think if I was to give yarn to someone, I'd say anything before its time and after its time is bad. I think you have to just make sure that what you endure and what you think is the best thing. I mean, read up, learn different things, know more about where you're investing, and I think that's better advice. See, when I was very young, somebody told me तुम्हें घर खरीदना चाहिए. अब 20,000 की सैलरी में अगर 11,000 की इंस्टॉलमेंट ले लोगे तो तुम्हारी बैंड ही बचेगी. फिर तुम क्रेडिट कार्ड लोगे, फिर तुम पर्सनल लोन लोगे, फिर तुम मर जाओगे. And I generally lived that life from about 2007 to about 2012. And now I realize that do investments aram se. Read about it. Spend, let's say, 2 hours in a week. Learn what you're investing into. What are the risks? What is debt? What is equity? Etc. 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 And stop listening to the gurus. The gurus only know what they did, and don't take advice from somebody who's not made money, for crying out loud, right? Take advice from somebody who has made money through saving, through investing, right? Every Tom, Dick and Harry, every other investment advisor is not going to tell you exactly what works for you. So find your own mantra is what I would say.
Thank you, Tarun, for this unfiltered chat.
Thank you.